Hello everyone! In this video we are going to be replacing the shaft of the centrifugal pump. For this preventive maintenance, we'll need the following tools and materials: combination wrenches, sizes 10, 13, 15, 17, 18, and 19. A ratchet wrench and an extension bar. Sockets in sizes 15, 17, and 18 millimeters. L17 wrenches, locking pliers, and a pulley puller. 120 grit sandpaper. M10 by 40 bolts. A 6 mm Allen key, and either oil or penetrating lubricant. The first step is to disassemble the side covers, the exhaust, and the flexible suction and discharge couplings. Now, we are going to carefully loosen and then proceed to rotate the flexible couplings that are part of the discharge piping assembly. To more easily remove the pump's casing, it is important to carefully take out the fastening screws that secure the stationary engine and then to properly prop it up, as I will proceed to demonstrate for you in the following steps. Alright, now we're going to loosen the screws and remove the housing of the centrifugal pump. We'll use the locking pliers to secure the rotor's rotation and the 17 mm wrench to loosen the pulse. After that, we'll remove the rotor with the help of the pulley puller. To facilitate the mechanical seals removal, we'll begin by cleaning it with 120 grit sandpaper. This will remove any residues that could make its removal difficult. Next, using a screwdriver, we will remove the mechanical seal. At this moment, it is important that we evaluate the condition of the shell and verify if there is corrosion or wear due to abrasion. Should the shaft exhibit any of these particular types of damage, our recommendation is to carry out a full replacement of the shaft itself. However, if the shaft's overall condition is found to be good, then we will proceed with the replacement of just the mechanical seal. To do this, we first need to carefully remove the pump's flange by loosening all of its securing screws. Next, with two M10 by 40 mm screws positioned 180 degrees from each other, we will remove the flange. Once the pump flange has been carefully removed, we are then able to extract the bearing and thoroughly clean its designated housing seat. However, if the bearing happens to remain firmly stuck to the shaft even after the flange is taken off, we can utilize a specialized puller to safely and effectively remove it. We will loosen the shaft's retain-in screws, and once the shaft has been removed, we will clean and lubricate its housing. After that, we can then secure the new shaft to the engine's flywheel. With the bearing seat now clean, we can perform the lubrication and then install the new bearing. Subsequently, we reassemble the flange of the centrifugal pump. To assemble the new mechanical seal, we're going to lubricate the shaft and the seat of the seal's stationary face. At this point, it's important to pay close attention to the correct assembly sequence of the mechanical seal components and ensure that the stationary face is perfectly seated in its housing. In order to reassemble the rotor, we need to carefully position the key onto the shaft and then secure the rotor in place. Once this is done, we must position the washer and the front screw and then again lock the rotor with the locking pliers to properly tighten it. To reassemble the pump housing, we will first lubricate the O-ring seat with grease. Following this, we will carefully position the O-ring, the pump housing, and the fastening screws, concluding the process by tightening them all. Once the centrifugal pump has been firmly secured, we are able to remove the temporary support block position within the motor and then proceed with a thorough cleaning and proper lubrication of the channels of the flexible couplings. Now, we can reassemble all of the suction and discharge piping and then tighten up the flexible couplings. And to finalize the maintenance, we're going to retighten the engine's mounting bolts and then reassemble the exhaust system and the side covers.